Alrighty. So for everybody who doesn't know us, I'm Luke. This is Terrence, my business partner. Quick backstory. Terrence and I started an agency together about 3 years ago now.
Hmm.
I was working a corporate job when I started this agency with Terrence, and I thought, that starting this agency would give me the, freedom that I wanted and not work until I was, 65, 9 to 5 every single day. Turns out running an agency is way more stressful than actually a corporate job and probably less freedom than it. So, Terrence and I have run that model for the last 3 years. We built a pretty successful agency doing a couple $100,000 months, but we weren't fulfilled with what we were doing. Right? We knew there had to be a better model, and that's when we stumbled upon the model of Skool. Alex Hormozy's going all in on Skool, and we thought there had to be something to it. So we're like, okay, we're going to go out there and we're going to test building our own school communities and see what it's all about. And so Terrence and I have been building our own school community for the last 2.5 weeks here. Actually, I shouldn't say our own school community. We've actually been helping Terrence's sister-in-law, Katie, launch a school community from the ground up. And in this series, what we're going to do is just give you a daily update on what it's like actually scaling one of these communities, tell you in real time what we're doing, what's working, what's not working, and just share all the data with you as we go. And so with that, Terrence, I'll kind of kick it to you to give a quick overview as well.
Yeah. So it's I wish it was day one. This is kind of like the Alex Hormozy thing where he always talks about wishing that Warren Buffett detailed his progress from day one, and we still didn't follow that. But this is probably day, I don't know, 14 or 17. I don't even know what it is, and so we're like, we need to start documenting this. So like just to go back a few. So my sister-in-law, who is not a business person, she's retired academic teacher, administrator type of thing for like grammar schools and even high schools. And we built this school community because she wanted to help women get better at AI. And so we started this school community and kind of put the best of both of what we have done in the past, which is building ads and kind of building ad campaigns and building, I don't know, marketing, go to market strategies. Let's put it that way. And so in the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, I mean, I'm trying to, let me just kind of, let me look here. And I wish I had the metrics for me, but like we started, Luke, October 6th is when we first, I think we created the school group, I don't know, a day or two before, but then we just started running meta ads to it on looks like October 10th or 11th. So basically for the last 10 plus days, right?
Yep.
And then and I'll let you, we probably should have a sheet that we'll go over. I don't know if I have that one. I don't know if you've, updated or not, but just to kind of give you a quick overview, we started with obviously 0 members. This is day, I don't know what it is October 22nd. Let's do the math. What is that? 12 days. And we have 300. Let me just refresh this, make sure it's accurate. We have 341 members. And of those, 232 members are active. That's 68%, which is pretty exceptional. And then in terms of our conversion rate on the school landing page, it's like 26% from meta ads. So there's really two kind of the big metrics that we're tracking initially. So I don't know if you have any on the meta ad side.
No, let's not quite get into that there. I'd say I first want to touch on like why we're doing this. And the reason we're doing this is because, you had the conversation in Katie, your sister-in-law's kitchen, and you guys were talking, Katie was saying how she wanted to start something, right? But Katie didn't have any business experience or anything like that. And so we'd been hearing a lot of buzz, right, about Skool, and we're like, our hypothesis was that this could be the best possible platform and best possible business model for someone who's starting from scratch to actually go through. And what the last 12 days have proven is that we were 100% right with that hypothesis. And let me tell you why. Typically, when you start a business, like when Terrence and I went out and started our agency together, you have to go out and, you have to first figure out what you're going to sell, right? You make a hypothesis about what you're going to sell, and then you try and go out to the market and get into conversations with people, whether it be with cold outreach or high paid ads, whatever it may be, trying to get people into those conversations to try and sell them what you guess they want, right? You're making a guess, you're trying to get them into conversations. And normally those two hurdles alone block most people from actually ever even starting in the business world. They think they want to do a business, but they don't know what to sell. And then they don't know how to get people into conversation with, paid ads or cold outreach or whatever it may be. And so then they walk away and they're like, oh, starting a business isn't for me. The beautiful thing that we found for Katie with starting the Skool group is she has not had to do either of those things. She hasn't had to guess about what she wants to sell, and she has not had to go out and do any cold outreach, do anything to get into sales conversations. She hasn't had to have a single sales conversation. But what Skool allows you to do, and with the methodology that we've created for it, is we've been running very low budget paid ads to Katie's Skool group, right? We came up with a niche hypothesis. Katie wanted to help women learn what to do with AI. So we created some very basic meta ads. We drove traffic to the group using those meta ads at about $1.50 per every free user. And the beautiful thing then is Katie's group started filling up from day one. And then as soon as the people come into Katie's group, Katie's getting onto calls with them, talking to them, seeing why they joined the group, trying to understand, what it is they're looking to get out of the group. And now, 12 days in, Katie's had dozens and dozens of conversations with the 350 or so members that are in her group. And she knows exactly what they want, what they're looking for. And now we're in the process of building out something to sell them. And so this is why it's such a powerful method for beginners to use. Is you don't have to guess what to sell. You don't have to try and go get into sales conversations using like all the traditional lead gen tactics. You literally just build a group. You drive traffic to the group. You have genuine conversations with people. And then eventually, like what started happening with Katie, is they're now asking Katie what they can buy from Katie. It's like, okay, what do you want me to be able to sell you? And now Katie's building it, and we're going to sell it to the people who are already asking to buy something. Like, think about how beautiful of a business model that is for beginners. And Terrence, I want your thoughts on it, because you've been in the business world for the last 30 years. You've tried every different model. And why is this kind of unique to beginners?
I think two things: the low barrier to entry, the low cost expenditure to try and flesh something out, to flesh out a income producing business model. What I mean by that is, not coming out the gates making $100K a year, but it's basically like, hey, is someone willing to pay me X, $40 a month, right? $9 for a lead, magnet type of thing. Like, it's the easiest mechanism to get to see if there is a market resonance with someone who's willing to exchange their hard-earned money for a service or a product that you deliver, and probably could be your expertise. And so I think that's just the biggest thing for me. And that's why Alex Hormozi built this, right? Skool Communities is for that very reason, to kind of democratize the ability for entrepreneurs to go to market fast, and to have that very quick feedback loop, and to have that ability to exchange. There is something powerful about earning that first dollar, right? Like, doesn't matter what it is, right? From someone else says, yes, I value what you're giving me in terms of a service or information or guides or whatever it may be. And then I think on top of that, you couple where we're at with the AI revolution and all the tools that are readily available for an entrepreneur starting off. It just makes things like, it's like, those are like the two magic bullets, I think, right now for anyone who has ever wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wish this was when I came into the business world, right? When these two things existed, both Skool and AI, because it was a lot more painful, 30 years ago when I first started one of my, multiple businesses. So I just think it's just a great low barrier to entry ability for any entrepreneur, current business owner to build and scale a business backwards from what they want it to be.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's this is one of those pivotal moments where like you and I were running a, a good business, right?
Yeah.
But
Six-figure month.
and it's one of those things where we saw this and we're like, you know what? This is like one of those burn the boats type of moments where, Hormozy's going all in on this, Sam Ovens is going all in on this, and we just saw how unique and powerful like the Skool platform can be. And then when you couple it with like all the resources that are at your fingertips with AI and being able to have that like basically 10K a month business consultant at your fingertips in the form of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, like there is no better time to start a business than right now. And that's really what we're doing with this series and why we're going to be giving you guys daily updates is like we know that Terrence and I could go out there, right, and start the Skool community and build it up because we've built a successful business before. But there's a very important reason why we decided to help Terrence's sister-in-law Katie build this is because we truly believe that it is the best possible model to help anyone start this, regardless of your business experience, regardless of where you're at. And so we're doing everything we possibly can to help, Katie build this business as a case study of starting from scratch. And so that's why in this series, we're going to be sharing with you everything that we do to, help Katie do what we've done so far up to this point, which is fill it up to 350 members in 12 days. And now it's all about monetization. So I'll give a quick recap of where we're at with Katie's group, and then we can call this one good. I mean,
Okay.
right now it's day 12 with Katie's group. She's at 340 members after 12 days.
380 as of right now.
Oh, 380 as of right now. So 380 members from her group in 12 days. Our cost per member right now on Facebook ads is $1.50 per member. And so right now we're at a point where we know there's, resonance with this market, but now it's what can we sell them? And so Katie's been doing a great job of getting on conversations with everybody coming to the group. She's put them in a couple different buckets. Some of the women coming into the group want one thing versus others want another. And so we're in the process right now of creating things to sell both of those buckets of people. And we'll keep you updated on how the monetization process works there and exactly what we do to monetize it.
Good start. All right. Well, let's leave it at that for day one or day pre-14, whichever this was, 10 to 12 days, day one, and then we'll move forward here and give the updates and see how we go. So hopefully it just keeps going hockey stick hockey stick upright.
All right.
All right, day two. See you later.